welcome inside the Treehouse. It is the Friday after Christmas, but right before New Year's. Yeah, it's a dead week, Friday. I don't know why I've always referred to this week as a dead week, but oh wait, yeah, I do. It's because all the businesses and so many things kind of go dark during this week. Like if you're stuck at work, no one wants to be there, and you're just there physically because you have to, but mentally you're totally checked out. You're thinking about other stuff. Nothing actually gets done on this week. I mean, has there ever in the history of man ever been a major merger, acquisition, or business deal that happened between Christmas and New Year's?
In India, I'm going to go yes.
Okay, yeah, maybe there, but not in waspy America.
No. North America, Europe, solid. Southeast Asia, mergers happening.
Business as usual. If anything, it might ramp up because then the Westerners are sleeping on it.
That's exactly. Yeah, they get a good deal. This is their Black Friday.
Yeah. Well, welcome those of you South Asians who are watching and or listening to the Treehouse podcast on your Black Friday. Congratulations! I hope you hope it's fruitful for you, and I hope it's a positive event for you. Unlike apparently what happened to Raj last night.
Yeah.
Buddy, you okay?
I feel solid.
Well,
I think that's due to something called cyclobenzaprine.
Trey, you're a amateur pharmacological analysis, please, of that particular medicine.
Any benzos, Raj is feeling no pain.
Yeah.
Any benzos, a good benzo?
I bet I could get Raj to like ABBA right now.
Oh,
I'm a fan of Dancing Queen, buddy.
Black Friday Miracle.
I'm telling you, they're a highly underrated band.
That was really easy, Trey. Good job.
Yeah.
No, they still suck, even on muscle relaxation. Yeah, we still have to have a therapy session and figure out what happened with you and ABBA. So as you can see, broken hand.
Yeah, you got what is that? An ace bandage around your hand there?
Yeah, it's just so it's so where it kind of broke is the top here. So it doesn't keep me from doing this.
It's like a puncher's fracture.
Yeah. Well, it's actually below that because I actually have a puncher's fracture on this pinky, but it's like directly below it. So
what happened? You got into a wreck and then punched the person that ran into you?
No, I wouldn't. I would never have done that. But I've been driving 32 years, never been in a car accident. Oh. And I was going down Frankfurt and got to the intersection of Preston and saw the green light and the red arrow saying that the people in the turn lane couldn't turn. And I just was going on through on my way home. And then that music started playing in my head. But was just going through the intersection, and this lady apparently cut somebody else off to run the red light. And I think I was doing, because speed limit is 40, so I think I was doing like 38. It's a 2012 Jeep Patriot. I wasn't up to 40 yet. It wasn't downhill. So I think I hit her about 37 miles an hour. Like, I don't think
you were trying to go straight through the intersection, and even though she had red arrows on a left turn, she decided to like come around your right and turn in front of you?
Yeah, she came across from me. So
wow.
And she had the red arrows for a hot second. Like,
oh wait, I'm sorry. She was coming towards you.
So if you're going straight down, she cut this way. Like, she was going directly. Like, she hit me so hard that, well, I hit her and it just moved the Jeep. So it was one of those things that I was disoriented. Like, the airbags deployed, and that was frightening. And I just kept asking if she was okay. And then this guy who looked like a really fit Santa, but still bald.
Ooh.
Came up and was like, "Don't move. Like, don't move." And I'm like, "I'm not moving, man. I'm not moving." And then I felt something wet go down my leg, on my leg. And I'm like, "Oh man, either I have a compound fracture or I peed myself."
Which was it?
Diet Coke. It was a Diet Coke in the console.
Did
But
not see that coming.
But I
And
literally,
I'm just, are we talking about like The Rock in a Santa outfit, or
no, no, that would be
not that sexy of a Santa?
no. Talk about like a 5'5", but fit, but had the like the beginnings of the beard, glasses, the bulky red sweater. I was like, oh, this is not
so
heaven.
It's sort of like either bodybuilder Santa or CrossFit Santa.
Yeah, definitely CrossFit Santa.
Our bald Tom Cruise Santa.
Yes, but without the chunky hands, because he would like pried open the door. But yeah, the lady admitted, she was like, I was confused. I'm like, and I kind of joked with the police. I was like, confused with green light, red light. I'm like, I know it's around Christmas, and like those colors can be confusing. But yeah, she totally admitted, like, she ran the red light, and she ran it by a mile. I mean, she cut a person off to run it, and then claimed to be confused.
So was she like actually? Not only did she run the red light, but was she almost like turning out of the wrong lane?
Yes.
That's
yeah. She was in the not turn.
Make her pay, Raj.
Yeah.
You need to own her.
I was just more concerned that she was okay. Like I don't know. Like I kept asking him, like, is the light was green, right? The light was green, and this guy knocked on the ambulance and was like, "Hey man, I saw the whole thing. She cut me off, and it's the guy that she cut off." Was like, and he goes, "I'm in insurance, so I had to stop and give you this information." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." But yeah, the paramedics. Now those guys, I think there's a prerequisite between Addison and Dallas County that they all have to be stupid good looking. Like it was just unfair. Like I'm just sitting there
That's
looking
going to
at
make my buddy Daniel, who's a paramedic in Tarrant County, extremely jealous.
Yeah, I mean, one guy was from L.A. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Got hired by Dallas." I'm like, "Of course you did. Did you send a headshot in? What did you do?"
Yeah, they don't bother asking if you know how to run an IV or do any actual trauma work. They just got like, look at that smile, man. We need him in our fleet.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, crystal blue eyes. Just like,
Ooh,
okay, come on, buddy. What are you doing? And he's like, "Hey man, I'm just glad you're okay." I'm like, "I'm glad you're okay." I'm like, I don't think this car wreck turned me gay, but I'm just saying, you're a handsome fella.
Well, congratulations, Raj. I mean, it's you playing football in high school. You saw Jesus after you got hit really hard, and now you get in your first car accident, and you've seen an angel.
Oh yeah, like he was definitely.
Raj is living a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
I came back to my hometown and got in an accident. Yeah,
yeah, you did, and you fell in love in the most unexpected place.
Yeah,
with the most unexpected man. Does Hallmark have a gay channel? If not, we got
Hallmark.
ideas.
It's called Hallmark.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But it's always funny when they're like, "Can you give me we have to send like the police report to your email address." And I'm like, "Here's my email address. It's comedianraj@gmail.com." It's like, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Are you a comedian? I'm like, I do have a show coming up January 25th. The Improv is like, well, and when I say that, everybody turn around. They're like, "We'll be there." I'm like, that's a lot of comps. There's a lot of people here, and now I'm like, I have to because these guys kind of saved my life. So I feel obligated to have, and please come January 25th because I think 4 out of the 12 months of the calendar are going to be at that show, whatever the police firefighter calendar is.
Oh yeah,
they're going to be there. They're far shorter than I thought, but they're very fit.
I'd be curious though if instead of comedian, had you told them like if it was Raj at treehouseonair.com.
Well, I don't have
what do
the
you
email.
do? Well, I'm a podcaster. And then instead of them flocking to you, they all scatter.
They just open the doors.
Just push you out.
Back up. I did have a dumb moment though. I'll say this and we can be done with it. But as we're going to the hospital, I'm like, who's behind us? And they're like, what do you mean? I go, these sirens. Who's behind us? And they're like, the sirens are us. I was like, my bad. I forgot. Ambulance. Yeah.
So did they give you the official concussion diagnosis, or am I just doing it right now?
You're doing it right now. They said they didn't say concussed. They said highly disoriented. I was like, I think
I'm
I knew
pretty sure that by NFL terms, that gets you in the blue tent, and you're questionable to return.
No, I'm like Tua Tagovailoa, who got popped and then came back into the game.
You're just throwing balls left and right, like, I'm a football player.
I do football good.
Listen to my podcast.
Raj at WeMakeTheStupid.com.
Oh.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by our friends at Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. 833-COOK-DFW is the phone number to use for your free roof inspection. Or if you want to redo a room in a house, whether it's from storm damage or because some a-hole drove through your living room and you need a new one of those, whatever the situation is, they can help you out at Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration, cookdfw.com. And the first segment brought to us by our friends at the Dallas Comedy Club. Comedy 5 nights a week, including 3 shows this weekend with, I believe it's Bo Johnson at Dallas Comedy Club for New Year's weekend. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, New Year's Eve at the Dallas Comedy Club. For tickets and info, dallas-comedyclub.com.
Somebody's phone's ringing. I think it's mine. But Bo Johnson and this guy.
Hey, Raj.
Hey.
Are you still going to be on your painkillers come this weekend, or
no? I don't take them. I don't take Advil for headaches. But if anybody needs
really?
No, I don't. No,
Oh man, I'm a baby when it comes to headaches. I will snort some goddamn Advil to get rid of the headache. I don't care.
You got that good stuff? It's like, yeah, PM.
Sorry, man. My minimum dosage of Advil's, like, I start at 4.
Yeah, that's what they told me to take last night. They're like, you can take 4. You need to take. That's not even you can't. Like, you need to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. I was like, I'm good. But yeah, it's
it helps with the inflammation. So that actually.
Yeah, I mean that goes down over time. I'm good. It's just annoying. Like it's like when you get a tattoo. Like Dan, I don't think you have any. Do you have tattoos, Dan?
I got one.
Oh yeah. So it's like you've never hit that spot until you get a tattoo. Like nobody's ever like grabbed you by the arm or hit you or whatever. So it's the same thing. Like I kept bumping my hand into things, and I'm like, right, okay, this is annoying. So they put the little extra padding on the thing, and then I'm like, I'm good. And they give me a whole thing of muscle relaxers. I'm like, you guys are awesome. I'll pass. I'm like, I don't want to be on the corner of the tollway in Frankfurt. Like, I'll do whatever you need for some muscle relaxers.
I was going to say, I used to know a guy that would write you a prescription, but that got him into. Turns out that's not a good or legal thing to do, and.
Well, Merry Christmas to him in prison.
Oh, speaking of sex. We're doing a couple of shows in this dead week. One, because we want to. It keeps, because they say like idle hands or work of the devil or whatever the hell the saying is. It's like, but we like to stay busy within reason. And we want to give you and the Treehouse something fun to do over the dead week and something to look forward to. So what we decided to do was look around and scour the Treehouse floor and look for some things like news stories or various, content pieces, whatever it is that we had planned for previous in the year, but we just never got around to it because other things, took precedent. So there are some things that we'd like to now share with you before the end of the year when they sort of expire. And one of those, and I'm surprised we didn't get to this in a timely fashion. One of those is, according to the website Clips, the number 4 sale, clips4sale.com. What what the top fetishes of 2023 were.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they changed by year, but all right.
Well, I mean, tastes change, from year to year. Some people maybe from month to month or minute to minute. But in this case, they decided to put together all their big searches for the year and break them up, by, various categories. And it turns out the most popular fetish of 2023, giantess porn.
What?
Yeah.
Giant test?
Giantess.
Giantess.
So big women.
Okay, yeah.
Like the 50-foot tall woman, like that movie. But yeah, Clips for Sale just posted their top searches of 2023, and number one, the top kink, giantess porn, giant porn, basically. Now they actually say it's not just tall. What they do is they use camera tricks and angles and other effects to create the illusion that someone is a giant.
Oh, gotcha.
And I guess the smaller person is crawling around on top of him or something. I for one, I typically like to research my news topics very thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
This is one I thought, you know what, it's better I don't. I think the imagination will suffice here.
Is this why you bought those Hulk hands for your Only Dan site?
Busted. I'm busted.
Yeah, giant porn in India is just anybody over 5'5". So, wow.
According to the website, giantess porn was their top search in the United States, but not limited to the United States. It was also the top search term in Australia, Mexico, and the fetish experts in Japan.
And we just lost him.
We just lost him.
They even decided to.
He kept the story going.
They posted a map.
Hey, Dan.
I do love a good map. They posted a map of the
Dan, can you hear
most
us?
search fetishes for the year. And if you're curious,
I don't think you
Texas is one of the 19 states leading the charge for giant porn.
Can you hear us?
Dan?
He can't hear us. Can you hear me, Trey?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can't hear. He can't hear us. He looks like he's looking around the corner. Can you hear us, buddy? We can edit this, right?
Hey, Raj.
Yeah.
Laugh.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
He won't even know.
Yeah.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
The Treehouse is brought to us by Brooks Plumbing. Any and all of your plumbing wants and needs, give them a call, 214-368-3838, or go to the website, brooksplumbingtexas.com. That's brooksplumbingtexas.com. Obviously, Santa did not bring me new internet yet for the new year, so I'm holding out hope that maybe it'll be a late edition. Like he'll swing back around and be like, "Oh, I forgot Dan's house," and shove it in my stocking. But thank you for bailing me out there, gentlemen. There is another story that found its way to the floor of the Treehouse that is essential that we bring up before it expires at the end of the year. And that is the story that is truly terrifying. Typically, we deal with stupid. And I think in this case, this is something that is so gruesome and gory and frightening that it kind of turns the corner into stupid. Like it's so like Dahmer would look at this and go, "That's effed up."
Wow.
Yeah, and I really don't think I'm overstating it at all. So jump right in and tell you about this. Okay, you ready?
Uh huh.
No, you're not. A blood-covered, naked New Jersey man was found on top of his mom's headless body.
Okay. Okay.
You still think you're ready?
Mm-mm.
No, you're not.
Bloodless.
I will
blood-covered-
say this, though. Trey, I know you have a complicated relationship with your mother, so I'm really curious to know your thoughts on this particular story.
Clearly, what he did was wrong.
Mhm. There's a butt in there. I can feel it.
But I understand.
I knew it. Oh, I'll give you a little more detail here. When police arrived to an apartment after receiving a call from a man claiming he had just killed his mother, they found Jeffrey Sargent naked and covered in blood on top of the headless body of his mother. Ugh. He's 46. She was 74. He's charged with murder in connection with the death of his mother. He called police around 4 p.m. on December 8th to tell them he was bipolar and that he had just killed his mom. The line remained open and said nothing more. Surveillance footage showed a head roll out of the apartment at a high rate of speed,
Jesus.
and the head hit a wall and rolled to where it was later found by police. So it sounds like a little bit of light bowling ensued after the murder. He could also be seen, the suspect, could also be seen peeking out of the apartment, then pulling his mother's body into the hallway. He was naked, then laid on top of it, and that's how police discovered him.
Wow. That
When
is.
police handcuffed him, took him out of the building, he screamed over and over he had killed his mom and that he was sorry. And then he began to sing, "Jesus Loves Me."
Yeah. Wow, that is that's a lot. That's a lot to take in,
Isn't
it? Once, and if you don't think police deserve more money, this is the case where you're like, just pay them what they're worth. Because I love the. It sounds weird, but the you said the bowling thing. I'm like, okay, well that is that sounds about right. With this guy, that sounds about par for the course. I don't know.
And this is one of those great examples as the reason why I could not be a police officer, nor would I want to be, because if I'm the responding officer, the first responding officer on that scene,
yeah,
I get to the top of the steps and I see that dude laying there on top of the headland and the thing and the other thing and the bullet.
yeah.
I'm just going to slowly back down the stairs, turn off my flashlight, put my hand over my body cam, get back in the car, and I'm going to go to Denny's and say, I saw nothing, dispatch, and just wait for them to pass it off to the next poor soul.
Or you have your trusty, throw down, you toss it at him, shoot the guy, and just go, all wrapped up here.
But we still go to Denny's for the Grand Slam.
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just making sure.
well, he was naked, so might as well get the moons over my hammy.
Oh,
No.
No.
I'm not saying no, but I'm not going to say yes. See, again, this is one of those great examples where we can take a truly horrific story and find some humor in it.
That's so odd. Yeah, that's awful.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's put that one back down on the floor of the treehouse and never discuss it again.
Just like her head.
Oh. I'm leaving.